Welcome back, Silver Bull fans. Welcome back, Silver Bull subscribers and friends. We're having a look today at the Perth Mint, and is it out of silver? The Perth Mint is based in Western Australia in the city of Perth. It's the official Western Australian government mint and produces legal tender coins in gold and silver. And for those in England, where I don't have too many subscribers, but for those in Britain, as Guild F40 says, if you buy legal tender, the government should have no right to charge you VAT on it, because you'd say, no, I am getting legal tender from another country, I'm not importing bullion, and therefore you have no right to charge me for bringing currency into the country. So it's a whopping good suggestion. But the reason I'm looking at this today is, where are the 10 ounce and 1 kilo bars? They're gone. I was a bit concerned about that, thinking, well, I'd like to actually buy some 10 ounce bars. Having picked up a 10 ounce from Ainsley Bullion, I thought I'd like to pick up a 10 ounce from Perth Mint and decide which one I would like best before I start stacking either or. So I emailed them and got a response from one of the managers there, who said they're temporarily out of 10 ounce and 1 kilo bars, so they decided to withdraw them from sale. So they simply remove them off their website. He tried to allay my fears a bit by saying, well, the 10 ounce bars should be back within a week. Well, he didn't say they had a machine malfunction or anything like that, so that probably rules that out. He just said they didn't have enough. So either they haven't got the supply, or they've got too much demand to keep up with. My thing is, if there's too much demand, then surely you just put on extra shifts, or pay people overtime on the weekend to get out the quantity and sell what the selling's good. As far as supply, it could be because I think they get most of their silver from local suppliers. Could be because of all the cyclones and floods we've been having, that some of their suppliers are behind in supplying the orders. For those who don't know, we had a cyclone here called Cyclone Yazi, and it was huge. To show you how big it was, that's it over the continental US. So you can see it's almost taken up a fair whack of the continental US. That was a cyclone that hit Queensland, and thankfully it, although it hit Queensland, it hit near the smaller towns and didn't do that much damage, despite it being a very ferocious storm. Like the places where it did hit intense were pretty much wasted, but when you're talking about 100 houses, that's not too bad. Had it hit a major city like Cairns or Townsville, you could have been looking anywhere, 50,000 houses maybe. So we dodged a bullet, as it were. But that storm went inland and then caused a lot of flooding in places like Victoria, because all that moisture air was taken down to Victoria, and all the rain moisture was squeezed out of the air and dumped all over Victoria and inland Australia, and caused flooding all over the place. The problem is, of course, this interrupts your infrastructure, it interrupts transport, and that might be why Perth Mint are having trouble meeting their silver order. They just don't have the silver. But why would you just do the 10 ounce and 20 ounce then? It may be the demand is such, and I would think those would be their most popular products. The 10 ounce and the kilo and silver bars would be the two that would be their most in demand. Certainly the 10 ounce is easiest for those of us who are at the poorer end of the scale and stacking over a long period of time. And the kilo is quite a handy bar as well, fits in your hand. The 100 ounce is more your commercial or your really big people. The 100 ounce is quite heavy and difficult to carry around. So if any of you work at the Perth Mint, or any of you heard anything there, please put it in the comments or do a video response and enlighten the rest of us. Is the Perth Mint out of silver? Why this, or is it just such huge demand they can't keep up? Would make us all very interested. I know when silver dropped down to 26, a whole heap of us jumped in to grab some more. It's up at $30.52 Australian at the moment. Australian dollar's nearly at parity with the US, and I think it's just slightly dropped below 30 for the weekend. We'll see what happens on Monday. Gold's taken a hit now. People aren't so concerned about Egypt, that the army's running the show there, and they don't think there'll be a mass rebellion and problems with supply of oil for the Suez Canal. So gold has taken a drop at the moment as people feel more secure. Interesting times. I don't know what you're going to keep doing, but I'm going to keep stacking. I'd like to grab as nice a pile and as big a pile as possible. I'm in it for the ounces, my friends. Enjoy and keep stacking.